Welcome to our latest Soccer Down Here 1v1. My name's Jason Longshore. Today we're going to learn about an event in the Atlanta soccer community that you might have heard of, you might not have heard of, but it's a really valuable part of the community and serves a great purpose. Neil McNab from the Father Christmas Cup is with us. Neil, thanks for the time.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Jason.
No problem. The Father Christmas Cup is an event that I've known of for a number of years. It has, a long history in Atlanta. How did you come to be involved with the event back in 2012?
Unfortunately, in 2012, we lost one of our youth coaches. Paul Taylor was unfortunately killed in a cycling accident. And so later that year, I was reached out to by one of the other guys involved with the Father Christmas Cup and said, hey, would you like to get involved? And they had not had a youth element to the tournament before. I've been involved in the youth game in Atlanta for the last 15 years. And, I said yes, didn't realize what I was getting myself in for. And, and it's one of those things that once you've said yes and you're around it, it's kind of like a lifelong commitment. You want to be involved with it year after year. And it's an amazing event.
Yeah, the event does such great work. Could you just give a little bit of the mission behind it and a little bit of the backstory about how this event helps benefit families who have lost a loved one in the soccer community?
So the event itself, it's a soccer tournament with a raffle and silent auction and whatnot, and we support Atlanta soccer families in need, typically families that have maybe lost a loved one, and it's their first holiday period without that loved one, and we just support them. We support them financially and honor and play in the memory of those folks. We also support our first responder, so somebody involved in the military or the police as well, and support those families. So we're a soccer charity supporting Atlanta families in need. And, it's really grown significantly over the last 5 or 6 years. We've added the youth element. We've recently added the women's game too. So, we're kind of branching out to all the different avenues of the soccer community.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see that growth. I mean, I know it started, on a fairly casual basis with, adult teams playing. And then when the youth came in, when you started, what was that like for you to kind of create a format and an event that made sense? I mean, obviously the raising the money element is the key here, but you have to make it, something that the kids want to come back to and the coaches want to put their time into to continue to come back and support year after year. How did you come up with the format to make that work?
The format, the playing format was already established. They were playing, using Silverbacks Park, which is already laid out for 7v7, 8v8 kind of play on half a field. And so we just, modeled that because the fields are already laid out. That the first year I was involved, it was about a 5-week turnaround from me getting involved to the event actually happening. And so that was really kind of fly by the seat of your pants and see what we could do. We had momentum because, we had, unfortunately, had lost, a dear coach, and folks wanted to play and get involved in the memory. And when there's a connection to that loved lost one, that people rally together and want to be involved. And it's unfortunate, but we never seem to be short of folks to honor, which just shows you the kind of the size of the community, but also the support that folks are willing to give. So it's been pretty amazing. And how often in this day and age, we're always playing after that win. And there's so many tournaments out there, and it's all about playing the best competition and winning, and you kind of get carried away in that. And this is an opportunity for the kids to play for something that's more important than the wins and the losses. And that's, playing to raise money for a great cause and being part of something bigger than the game.
Yeah, and something I've noticed too, I mean, I think it's definitely you see teams and you see people get involved in the event due to that personal connection. But a lot of times it seems like people stay involved year after year. And we were talking about it before we started. All the slots, whether it's the men's tournament, the women's tournament, the youth tournament, everything is full now. And there's still plenty of time before the event. That just, I think, speaks to the quality of the event and the growth year after year.
I think that this is the first time that this has happened, that we've actually been full this early. And yeah, once you come and play, and I play in the event. I play in the adult side. I run the youth event in the morning and then play in the adult event in the afternoon. And each year, we're all on busy schedules, but it's one of those things that you really look forward to. It's going to be a great day. You get to see folks that you've not seen, maybe since the previous year, and it's one of those things that folks are putting on their calendar ahead of time now, because it's even if they were drawn in because of one person that they were playing in honor of, now they're coming back to help be part of kind of that next generation and honoring the next round of folks that are deserving. And it's kind of each year seems to build a little more momentum, which is really exciting.
Yeah, just the growth of the Atlanta soccer community and events, such as this are vital to bringing people together on, in some ways kind of a neutral playing field, because, as you mentioned on the youth side, it is uber competitive, and you get tournament after tournament, and you get players and coaches moving from club to club. This is a spot where everybody can come together and celebrate, in my opinion, what's good in the Atlanta soccer community and that close-knit nature of it.
Absolutely. And, when they come play, every participant wears the Father Christmas Cup shirt. They get given for the day. Mm-hmm. And so now they're not representing whichever youth organization or adult or women's team that they're with. They're representing the Father Christmas Cup. And on those shirts are the folks that we're playing for. They're, our honorees. And obviously our sponsors on the back and front, and with the addition of Atlanta United and the community and just the growth in our city, it's been incredible. And I think that it's really a great thing to wear that shirt on the day. And the crazy thing is you see them around town. You see folks wearing them, because Absolutely. It's that's the best marketing we can get, right? When you see somebody wearing it later on during the year. And I think it's just something that's very special and very unique to, I don't know of any other event that's quite like it.
Yeah, I love that it is about the event, and you kind of become part of the event rather than your specific team. I know Atlanta United's inclusion since they launched has been a big help for the event and a big source of growth. That was something that came very early on in Atlanta United's lifeline. I think they joined up in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, with their logo on the shirts. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it sounds accurate to me. They've been involved since before they had a team on the field.
Right.
And so, I think originally it was about they were looking at ways to get involved in the community, and now, gosh, they're involved in so many different ways, and we're really honored that they keep coming back to choosing to still be part of this, which speaks volumes of what we're able to do. And everybody associated with the Father Christmas Cup is volunteering their time. We are literally 98, if not 99 cents on the dollar that we raise goes to the cause. Everything is donated, everything is provided, sponsors and time and all the coordinators, everything is what makes it so special. There's so many things that you could donate towards out there, and it may be 50 cents on the dollar that's actually going to the cause, or even less. And so this is one of those things that, we really are putting just about every single cent that's brought in to where it needs to go.
As somebody who has worked in nonprofit development, that is an amazing number to be able to manage that, because it's borderline impossible to do. And I know the leadership crew that you guys have with the event, just works tirelessly to make that happen, and pulling on all of your connections to get everything donated. And a lot of the leadership team with the Father Christmas Cup have been there for a number of years. How did, beyond you organizing the youth tournament at first, how has that process been, working with the leadership team to prepare for the event year after year?
I think each of us came in and originally got involved because of we were drawn in because of something tragic that had happened. And so we all have that in common. And then it's just that there's a different skill set. Everybody brings something different to the table. And, the other guys involved work extremely hard and give up their time. But, we enjoy getting together. We enjoy our meetings and the planning process, because we know at the end of the day it's going to be something amazing where the hours are worth it when we get to that. When we see the kids and the adults and the women's teams on the field, and you get to that end of the day of on December 15th, when we finish this year and the last ball has been kicked, it's an amazing feeling of euphoria that we get, because we know we've just done something really good.
And I mean, we mentioned Atlanta United, but we also have to mention the very generous support from the Atlanta Silverbacks over the years, and donating Silverbacks Park, which is not a cheap place to use, to be able to donate that year after year. Boris Drakunica has been a longtime supporter of the event. Yeah,
he sure has, and it's that time of year, trying to do anything outside. If we were trying to do something on grass fields at that time of year, it would be very difficult. So trying to keep it centrally located at a venue that people can get to, that people are familiar with, that we get to, and then for it to be donated to the cause it's a really special thing. You can think of that one cost alone would really significantly impact our bottom line, and so it's been huge. And you think of the thousands of dollars that has been donated, by the Atlanta Silverbacks and Boris. It's truly special, and it shows the connection that these folks, the Silverbacks, Atlanta United, others that really have in the soccer community, and how invested everybody is.
Yeah, and I think for people who are outside the Atlanta area, the success of Atlanta United has maybe taken them by surprise. But those of us who've been here for years and been involved like you, I think we kind of could see this coming. Maybe the scale's a little bigger than we would have thought, but this has been a large soccer community for decades. It's just now maybe coming into full bloom.
Yeah, I guess everybody was surprised of the impact, except for the people that are in Atlanta. I mean, yeah, I think we're a little surprised that it was as big as it is, as successful as it is, and but Atlanta's a big city, and there's people from all over the world that have moved here, and so with all the different cultures and backgrounds, it's. We know it's the world's game, and we've got people from all over the world that live here. So it makes sense, that we'd have a interest in a soccer program, in Major League Soccer, and but the success that they've had on the field is one thing to draw the folks out. It's another thing to keep them, and that has just been. I think it's a truly special thing, and I think it's something that the rest of the country is looking at now, going, "Wow, how do we model that?"
Exactly, and there's soccer scenes in so many different cities, and now I think you're starting to see clubs actually believe in the buying power in a lot of ways of the soccer scene and what it can be as a business and how successful it can be. It's not small anymore, and I think people are starting to see that with the success here of Atlanta United. The Father Christmas Cup is not small anymore either. It's full completely. So if you wanted to play, you've missed your chance for 2018. But if you want to benefit the families and the first responders who are part of this event, you still can. How can people still get involved today for the event in December?
So they can donate. That's the easiest way, right? Send in a donation. They can buy raffle tickets. They can bid on silent auction items. We usually are a Facebook silent auction. And they can buy the commemorative jerseys. The jerseys are great. The Atlanta United logo is on the front of it. And anything Atlanta United driven right now is hot stuff in the stores. So, they can buy those jerseys. They can come out on the day, and be around the event. Come and watch the teams playing, watch the kids playing, watch the women's team and the adult teams playing, and be part of it. We do a moment's silence and honor the beneficiaries and the honorees during the middle of the day. So just come and check it out. Come and be part of it and buy some raffle tickets. And we have so many things donated that the chances of winning are pretty high. So come on out and put your money to a good cause. And you can definitely find us on social media and Facebook and also via our website, fxcup.org.
Yeah, if you want to donate, all the instructions are at fxcup.org. You can donate via PayPal. You can donate with a check. You can go buy raffle tickets on the day. There's so many different ways to get involved, and I can guarantee you that if you've been involved in Atlanta soccer for any period of time, you will run into somebody at the Father Christmas Cup that you haven't seen in a little while, or you'll run into friends and you'll have long conversations. Every time that I go, I run into people that I would not expect to see, and I see them and we talk forever, and it's great. It is kind of a homecoming type of event for Atlanta soccer. It's a very special thing. Neil, thanks for all you do for the event, and thanks for the time today to let people know about how they can get involved. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I hope to see as many folks out there as we can, either playing or just coming out to support. And we'll be building for, as soon as we finish this year's event, we'll be building for next year's event.
Yeah, it's a year-long process, but it's a great one, and you guys do amazing work. So thank you for your work, and thanks to everybody for listening. If you have any questions, go check out fxcup.org for all of the answers and how to get involved in this year's event. Thanks, everybody.